What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the next sort of playthrough that we're having on the channel, and as you can see on the screen, it's going to be another Final Fantasy X run through. So if you're new to the channel, I've got a full playthrough of the base Final Fantasy X remastered on the channel. I've also got a playthrough of my first ever modded game, actually, which was the Ultimate Hardcore mod that we did in 2020. So yeah, and I was one of the first to complete that particular one all the way through to Penance and all of that good stuff on the screen. So on the screen full, yeah. So I went through. I can't remember what version number it was, but yeah, it was pretty brutal. That's now. I'll put some cards in the top right hand side of the screen if you're interested in seeing the Ultimate Hardcore mod playthrough. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And today's, or the gameplay, as you can see here, because it's not as crisp as normal, is being played on the PAL PS2 version of Final Fantasy X, and that can only mean one thing, that we are going to start and dabble into the PBirdman mod for Final Fantasy X. Now, obviously, full transparency here, I have watched Dance Go 8 playthrough of this, and that playthrough was the best part of 2 years in the making. And while he was playing that, it was like, yep, this is a mod that I want to try when it's released. And you know, I've had a few projects running recently on the channel, and now just seems like a really good time to pick this up. So let's get going and go into the PBirdman Final Fantasy X mod version 2.6D. Obviously there is multiple versions of this 2.6D. When I first took a look at it, it was 2.6C, and then just in the interim sort of week or so from me looking at it to now, there's been another update come out. So we're going to start on D as and when we go to E, F, G, and all of that good stuff, because it's going to take us a while to get through the game. I will let you know. But we you know that we've gone up to a different sort of version. A couple of things. As I say, I've watched the complete playthrough that Dance Go 8 did, so not everything is. Well, it's not going to be spoiler free. It's not going to be blind. But that playthrough was particularly long. You know, he released one video a week. Particularly, you know, I'm not disgruntled or anything like that. It's really good play. Really good creator. So go and check out his channel by all means. But yeah, it's been, say, 2 years since I first watched the first ever episode of it, so I'm not going to remember everything. There's a few things I do remember. So yeah, let's get in. We can only do the challenge sphere grid. I have checked out the readme file, so let's get going. A couple of things as well is I will not be showing every single battle, but we'll let Tidus do his thing, because I quite like this opening segment.
listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Final Fantasy X, one of my favourite Final Fantasies of all time. This, 7 and 12 are my favourites. But this is up there. I think for replayability, this is the creme de la creme for me. Let's toss up between this, Struggle for Freedom on 12 and New Threat on 7 that I wanted to do. There's a couple of things to say. You won't be seeing every single battle, especially once we get into some of the more grindier bits of the mod. I'll probably showcase a few battles. If they start to get repetitive, I'll start doing some editing. Now that I've got a better editing software than I had before, so it edits a lot quicker or renders a lot quicker. So yeah, we'll do that. But you'll see all my first times of seeing compositions, enemies and stuff. I won't be skipping that. When it comes to, you know, if I'm going off to do some farming, a little bit of grinding, I'll skip some of that out. Probably showcase what I'm doing and the methods, and then cut out that. Because, let's say, if there's one thing I've learned from Burke's playthrough, it is a 200-hour type of grind, especially when you get into the monster arena type stuff. So yeah. Playing obviously on my laptop, I'm using a PS5 controller connected.
Can you sign this?
No problem.
And we're going to keep it as Titus. Because why not?
Alrighty.
Me too!
Take it easy.
And
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Good luck tonight!
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll, do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
Ace block in the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it.
can I be a blitzball?
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3... Teach us how to blitz!
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after!
Maybe tonight, well...
You can't tonight.
I mean, tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise.
Praise be to Yevon. Oh man, it's good to be back playing this game. Love this game. It's been a while. It's been a year since just over a year since I've played it. Again, this mod is something else. Something else. Changed a lot of the core mechanics. Battles, gives new abilities to enemies. Hinders us. Breaks a lot of the cheesy factors against battles. So, you know, it's not one... Especially for, you know, the monster arena, you can't just grind and get done, you know, and just overpower stuff. You know, there a lot of thought has to go into each of the battles.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jecht, gone, vanished into thin air.
Sure, you can get some stuff here.
My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jecht all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jack Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South. I know there's a lot of people out there today to see the star of the Abes. In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jack's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today?
I don't recall this being so prominent.
I don't think I'm the only one excited here, folks.
Yeah, that's normally quite quiet in the background. That's quite upfront and prominent. So that's a good start. That's a good start. But yeah, probably have a longer first episode just to get through the opening segment.
Make way, make way. Coming. Hey! Hey, let go of me.
But I will be using things like turbo mode where possible just to speed up some stuff. You know, it's not going to be a pure playthrough, but the core scenes I'll keep in. But we'll sit back and enjoy this cutscene. It's amazing. Oh man, that opening scene is amazing. I love it so much. Right. Can't speak to this dude. Let's get going. Here we go. There's Auron.
Orin! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
Well, let's rock and roll. Ah, Bahamut.
Huh?
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
So things like the cloister trials I'll skip, you know, unless there's anything new that comes in, because they can just be annoying. So it's the gameplay that I'm going to focus on here. Obviously we're going to leave that opening cutscene in, and some of the poignant, I should say, story cutscenes, that are decent ones, like, you know, Eunice sending,
Not this way.
they can stay, to be honest. Copyright claims for me is not an issue. It doesn't matter, as this is just a hobby for me. So one or two videos gets copyrighted, it doesn't matter. But how good do these cutscenes still look? Granted, this is a PS2 title, and not long after the PS2 launched either.
Sin?
Now, obviously, the in-game sort of graphics haven't held up as well. But the remaster, you know, is good for that. But the cutscenes are good.
Take it. A gift from Jet.
My old man?
Here we go. Oren just being a badass.
These ones don't matter.
We come through. Right, let's just attack. These are still one-hit kills. Can only attack, so we'll just keep doing that. So I know there's a few difficult battles, but the main difficulty spike comes on Mihen. A couple of boss battles before that, obviously. Spines does 69. So we're still doing okay on this. They're not attacking, which is good. But we wanted to play this mod for such a long time. And this feels the right time to pick it up. It's obviously a long time. And for the moment I start recording this, the moment the first video goes up, is going to be probably a couple of months. Just because I know how long this is going to be, so I want to get a nice backlog in before I release the first one. So there could be a completely and utterly different version that I'm on to what, you know, you guys could potentially be doing, but it's fine. Wow, Oren's got 25.
Get out of my town!
Some can't wait to die.
What? Overdrives. So the character's overdrive gauge beneath the HPMP display is full. Go into overdrive. Yep. Oh god, I hate his. Luckily with this version, it's the emulated PS2 version, so you actually get the base PlayStation controls straight off the bat. But we are going to need to potion here. He's just down to 25 HP. What? But it's saying that this guy only does demi moves and he's dead. Oh no, he's not. Oh no, it's the tentacles you need to do. There's no point power breaking. It's just attack. It's all demi based, if I recall. Actually been, I think, probably 2 or 3 years since I actually fought this thing. In the Ultimate Hardcore, you don't fight this. It starts in Luca and then resets back in Besaid. So it's a tutorial, you know. I'm hoping it's not too bad. If it does anything more than demi, I'm screwed, but I think we're good. Overdrives are going up slowly, but I think that is something from the mod. It's fine. A couple more hits and he's down anyway, so. One more hit. Had to get your last demi in, didn't you? Alright, should be dead. Ba-da-ba-ba. So I remember, or recall correctly, the worst battle off the start is... Can't go into the menu yet, so I can't heal. The worst battle off the start is the first boat battle. Let's drop a save here. Obviously playing on an emulation, so you'll get that memory card written on the top. And before battles or bosses, I will probably save state as well, just to make it a bit quicker to return. Instead of having to, you know, wait for the game to reload from a game over, or if I'm just struggling.
Lauren, let's get out of here.
We're expected.
Huh? Give me a break, man.
Oh man, I love this game. There's no time. So obviously we've got to hit off to the right here. Do we need... Yeah, we probably need the cutscene first to tell it to go and target. Sure you can... Yeah, I'm sure you target over there, but well... Can't remember when it targets. So it's been a while since I've gone over there. It's probably target to how many you kill. How much? 68. Okay, you can tank that quite nicely.
This could be bad.
Oh, there we go.
That. Knock it down.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
Yeah. Tanker. Wow, he hasn't even got back to his station. He's got hit. Nearly gone. That noise though, that rustling noise. Well, it's the electric noise, but here it goes.
Sure. This is it. This is your story. It all begins here. Hey! Hey!
My old man?
Just realised I was muted, so apologies. But I love the start of this game. It's quite apt that obviously this is the end,
I thought about a lot of things.
the end setting.
Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
And we should load in, yep, to the Barge Temple. So the other decision that I've made for this playthrough is not to have a all of the primers. I'm going to endeavour to try and find them all. Memory serves me where they all are, but
Anybody there?
if I miss one, worst case, I'll just save edit it in. It's not a problem.
Hey!
Ah, and the birdie. Sure, it's the only time you ever see them birds as well. See some seagulls, but they're yeah, I think the only time you see that particular type of bird. But we'll get into where he's shivering and whatnot. We skip through? No. Always forget where things are in here. Oh, you can go through. I know there's something over here on the right. And again, if I want to speed up, I need to click on the game pool. and I can say I've got the, as you can see in the top right there, enable and disable the frame limiter. Yeah, and obviously you can't understand a single word of that. So Macalania, and I think the other one talks.
Have here? Nope.
Where's the treasure chest? I know there's a treasure chest in here. There it is. 200 gil. Probably just needed to tweak the game. It feels a bit slow, actually. Yeah, so to get from like one side of here to the other, well, we're just going to frame limit, disable, and speed up a few things. So that's, you know, one thing we're going to do. That's the save of the Al bed. So we'll cancel that because we don't have it. Again, that was just a choice because you potentially could get access to a lot of things that you shouldn't have early on. So if you want to do things differently, that is obviously your choice. And health-wise, yeah, I think is there a save point before you go in? I think there is. It's just simple things like I won't go around and showcase you to you getting all of the flint and stuff because, you know, it's not exciting. And my introductions to the mod have sort of finished at this point by now. 30 minutes in already. Wow. So yeah, it does feel a little bit slow. Maybe it's because I'm say when I did the Ultimate Hardcore mod, I was doing that in ×2 for a large chunk of it. There's a chest here. High potion? Yeah. But yeah. We will be back here soon enough. Doesn't get much luck really though, Tidus, does he? Let's be honest. It's behind us, isn't it? I think. Yeah. So if we put the frame limit, you know, take the frame limiter off turbo mode. I think, yeah. Shift put slow-mo on? Yeah. So I really want to slow something down I can, but we won't be doing that. When I talk about frame limiting and stuff, that's what I mean. Just speeding it up. And when I come to do some grinding and stuff, I will definitely be taking advantage of that. 25. The old Sahagins. I think with one left, the boss comes in, I think. Speed it up. Here he is. Again, I think this was another just pure gravity-based boss. Memory serves me right. Again, it's been a while since I fought it in any guise, let alone on a modded playthrough. Oh, he's backwards. I know how to fix that. There was there's something I just need to enable. Yeah, so he's just taking 50% of my health out and 50 again. Yeah. Yeah, something on the actual emulator wiki that talked about that, which I thought I did, but I'll go and check my settings. It's been Been a, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks since I looked. Again, it could be something to do with the different type of emulator. Well, not emulator, I had to redo the ISO to do the updated mod version. But we shall be back to take him on a lot later. Just get spat out.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Okay, we can't do anything there. Let's up these stairs. And can't remember if there's a save point or not. I just remember this place so vividly from even just my first time playing it. It's just walking through, pushing boulders out the way. But young Paul, it's just his get-up, his clothes, is so different to everything that they were before. There is a save point, so we're going to drop that save there. So I'm going to nip over here, we're going to save, and we're going to call this a first part. I'm going to go out and check just settings and volumes and stuff. Make sure they're okay. I need to go and just check the settings, say for that enemies facing different directions, just to make sure they are okay and whatnot. But obviously, again, when this comes out, this mod will have been out for a while. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. That really helps me out. But I'm more interested in, you know, your thoughts and on your time spent in this mod. You know, was it what you expected it to be, and all of that good stuff? Because, you know, that's good. You know, I say I've not going into this blind, and from a very early stage was sat there thinking, yeah, this is a mod for me. And if it had been available earlier, I'd have probably done it before the Ultimate Hardcore, but it's out now. So yeah, thank you much, everyone. There'll be some more PBirdman Final Fantasy X mod coming your way shortly, and I will see you guys in the next one.